Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my recap and review of the challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies, episode 8. So, we're coming back from last elimination where Emmy won against Priscilla, and now she took CT as her partner. So now Berna's feeling all betrayed. She's crying, yada yada yada. Because she realizes now that, being that she's on a rookie team with Huey, that they're definitely going in the next elimination. So we get to the daily challenge, and man, I'm getting tired of these challenges where it's just like puzzles. I mean, not that, because like a majority of the challenges have been puzzles, and not to say that, they're all bad, but whether it's been puzzles or decoding, they're just not enjoyable to watch. So when this daily challenge dive bomb, they have to go to they have to retrieve 5 puzzle pieces. So it's not really enjoyable to watch to just see people go. They what's it called? They had little not jet skis. Can't even remember off the top of my head what they had, but no, they did have jets, not jet skis, but a little thing to ride on, so them to go down and dive down and get the pieces. And then the final puzzle piece was on the side of the boat, and they had to climb up a rope to get it. So pretty much the winners of that ended up being CT and Emmy, which was really no surprise considering how CT is pretty much good at puzzles. Well, if I look at it, probably the people that I probably had winning it was either CT, because he's like the best guy at puzzles and one of the best people at puzzles in that house, or either Ashley, since she's usually known as someone who does pretty well at puzzles. So when we get back to the house, Jeremiah talks about possibly going into elimination because, as we all know, it's going to be all rookies in the elimination. Berna and Huey didn't win, so they're definitely going in. So he's contemplating going in so he can choose a better partner, somebody who's stronger than Big T. Then we also have Amber talking about, if Jeremiah was to go in, she'd want to go in with him and send Berna home. And that shit was hilarious because I like what Casey said, like, girl, we get it. Like, you won last season. Tomorrow you're going to say, oh, no, don't vote me in. You're just talking. And pretty much she was right. Because once they get to nominations, once they get to nominations, her and Berna and Amber start getting into it. They both talk about how they don't like each other. Amber talks about how she's a loyal person. Berna says, I don't want to hear about all your stories about last season. Then Amber says, oh, well, you've been rude to everybody in this house and blah, 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 blah. And it's hilarious because, like, it seems like from what I've gathered, it's like, a lot of people don't like Berna and a lot of people like Amber. And then it's like they can't seem to recognize that I guess they both don't seem to be well liked out of everybody. So I just thought that was interesting. Then on top of that, Priscilla asked, hey, Amber, I had heard that you were going to go in. And then I love how Priscilla shut her down when she started to say, oh, I've had my conversations with the people that I needed to. I'm not going to bring it up. She was like, oh, I don't need the attitude. I just, asked if you were going in. And I was like, yep, exactly. You were talking about going in and stuff like that because you wanted to go on with your boyfriend when you could have easily said or even gone to CT after the deliberations said, hey, throw me in. But she was just talking. Come on now. She ain't trying to go down there. At least voluntarily. So we get to the elimination. And, pretty much for the rookie girls, there's going to either be between Priscilla or Bettina. So CT and Emmy end up voting in Jeremiah. And they end up voting in Priscilla. So in the elimination, they had to be, they both had ropes tied to each other by their wrist, and they pretty much had to stand back to back with a pole in between, and step up that pole. There's little steps on top of it, and then there's a little blade on side of it to cut it. And Jeremiah and Priscilla, they worked really well together. Uh, you know, unfortunately, and you know, it would have been interesting if they would have been a team, if they would have been teammates, like during the season with how well they worked together. So they get up pretty far, and Huey and Berna were kind of having trouble, but they eventually caught up, and it kind of sucked because they were pretty close to getting up there, CT and Berna, but just Huey was just having trouble getting up those last few steps. So Priscilla and Jeremiah end up winning the elimination, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad for Berna in a sense because it was like when they lost, yo, the way Emmy was when she's like woohoo woohoo, and I'm like, dang, that was supposed to be your friend. So it's like, man, she even said it. It sucks to see that Amber, CT, and Emmy were all happy to see me go home, and it's like, dang, those two people. Well, at least Emmy was supposed to be your friend, and then looks like she kind of had a good partnership going with CT. But of course, CT was kind of getting turned off about some of the moves she was making. So I can see how I was happy to see her go, but I'm not gonna lie, I did feel a little bit bad for her. But I'm not gonna lie, I do hope to kind of see her again in the future. I've been liking some of the rookies this season. These are definitely more memorable than probably the last time we had like a really big influx of rookies was I probably would have to say War of the Worlds 1 and War of the Worlds 2, because after War of the Worlds 1, we haven't really seen a lot of them again. Because War of the Worlds 1, we have Ninja, we saw in War of the Worlds 2. Bear was on War of the Worlds 2 and Total Madness, but we know he's not coming back. We had Georgia. Jenny did 3 seasons. Yeah, outside of them, from far as War of the Worlds 1 and War of the Worlds 2, we haven't really seen anybody brought back. But who knows? Maybe they might be back in the future. So then, Priscilla, she ends up picking Josh to be her partner. So now there's no more rookie teams, and everybody's praising it. It's like, oh my god, that's such a smart move. Yeah, it was a smart move, but it was kind of like the only sensible move to make. I guess you could call it the common sense move. So whether she picked Josh, whether she picked Corey, she obviously had to pick a vet, so there wouldn't be any more rookie teams. And really, I would have just chose a better partner. I don't know if she's watched the show, but there's plenty of better partners than Josh. I don't know, maybe she just thought that, not even just being safer because, now the vets have to turn onto each other. But maybe, Josh plays a pretty good social game, so I guess with him having so many connections, that could keep her safe. But I'm like, look at what you have to choose from. We got Kyle, which I say is a better competitor than Josh. Corey, who I'd also say is a better competitor than Josh as well. Not that I even necessarily think of Corey as one of the best competitors, but he actually does okay. It's interesting enough that he has I think he has the record of most daily challenge wins. I gotta go check that. But anyway, it was definitely interesting to see the partnerships we had that ended up resulting from Josh being stolen, because now we have Priscilla and Josh. Oh yeah, Jeremiah stole Tori. Then we have Ed and Ashley, and then Nelson and Big T. So Nelson and Big T ain't gonna win nothing. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that unfolds in the future, or as far as the dynamic that they have, and also, you know, I'd say arguably Jeremiah got an upgrade. Well, no, he did get an upgrade, because now Tori, she has the experiences in a final. She got third place in her rookie season, and she also ran that final in World of Worlds too, but she got timed out in the puzzle. So that's definitely an upgrade for somebody to run a final with. But other than that, I'd say pretty average, good episode. I'm glad we moved past the drama from the previous two episodes. And yeah, man. I actually got to like Huey though. He definitely had some good confessionals as time went on, and I actually kind of hope to see him too because he actually did okay in the challenges. It was funny how he was always scared, but I'd argue that he was actually the kind of a middle of the road player in this game, and he would I could definitely say if we look back at all the guys, I definitely wouldn't say he's the weakest guy whatsoever. So it'll be interesting if we see him in the future, and I hope to see him in the future. So thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for my next recap and review. Peace.